Hey, I want to show you that the video that you're about to see, this shit actually works. And here's the proof. I sent these messages this morning, and I'll show you. Um, I sent this message, I don't know if you can see, but I sent this message around 7 something a.m. in the morning, and there's a reply. Okay, this is going to be a nice, solid meeting. This one. We already got two meetings booked already with this. Sent this message 7 something in the morning, got her reply, and look at this, booked. So I'm not going to share any hypothetical scenarios. I'm only going to share what actually works. And what you're about to see is part of my daily ritual. You're going to experience it in live. What I do, why I do things, why I send certain messages to certain people, how I send a message. But if you do want something um, maybe more hands on, we have this free community that you'll find a link to. Feel free to join if you want to have a chat, or if you're, like also doing Instagram outreach, you're most welcome to join. It's completely free. I'll never sell anything to you. We're just trying to build a community where people are doing the same thing, so that it's just a little less lonely. But yeah, enjoy the video. Let me know what you think. But like, I'll show you exactly what I did. How I got 5 clients when people were struggling to get one. I'll just put it that way, okay? I'm going to show you the exact Instagram strategy that I use. So if you're getting clients on Instagram, or if you're doing Instagram outreach, this is going to be your way of getting clients for yourself. The key is going to be do a lot of volume, but um, I'm going to show it to you how you can do it easily, how you can make it kind of easy on yourself, and how you can kind of create a system so that you don't get your personal account banned, because I got mine banned recently, and how you can kind of automate the process and have the third person doing it so that you don't, have to do it all yourself. So I'm not going to show it to you. I'm actually going to do it as part of my own daily outreach, because the person I hired actually quit on me very recently. So I'm like, the show must keep on going, right? So we have to make sure that these messages are being sent, or because I do want to do some really big launches. But anyways, I'm going to share my screen, and then let's dive into it. And there we go. So we've got an Instagram account, and this is basically what we're gonna use to kind of, you know, go do our thing. I'm gonna stop sharing this because I do want to go look at what niche do I want to message today, and what kind of coaches. Because I don't want you to show my passwords and stuff. Um, but you get the idea. Like, what you want to do is, we have, like, as you can see, I have this Excel sheet, Google sheet, where I have stored multiple accounts. Basically, because I don't want to do multiple messages, cold messages that are looking very identical and similar from my own personal account. Well, I learned that because I just got my account that had a really nice following and stuff, and my old friends and everything, and all my data just got disabled, just disappeared. Instagram just deleted it. I don't want that to happen to you. So that's why I just created this, so that you can actually just, so that I can actually create a system where I send, X number of messages, which is usually like 30 messages from one account. And I have 5 of these. As you can see, I have this, my outreach account, which is, it's got some followers. I've built it up, over the time, but you can also get fake followers and stuff like that, which is totally cool. I like to post a little bit so that people can actually see that it's a real human being. It's not just like a, fake, well, totally fake account, even though it is a little bit. Um, and then you create 4 more of these, so that you can basically categorize which account do you want to use for what kind of niche or what kind of coach, you know. Um, so if you are, like myself, who is launching high ticket programs for multiple types of coaches, then you do want to have, a category. Like, you want to have a little bit of separation so that you can kind of track what's working better, what script is working better, what kind of niche is more responding, what kind of coach makes you more money, what kind of account that gives you more replies and stuff like that. And if you do it for about 2 months, you will realize you will start to like certain accounts a little bit more than the other. Okay. So this is the list of 5 accounts that I have in this sheet. And before this, I had other 5 accounts, which honestly I lost the sheet and I don't remember the passwords of. Um, and I wish I did, because those 5 accounts were the ones that I started to like because they were getting a lot more responses than these 5, but these are good too. So yeah, this is kind of what the first thing is that you want to do. Um, all right, so now we're gonna start outreach, and I'm gonna show you how. I'm gonna give you this script, like the exact message that I send to my um, my prospects, and the whole process that you know that can be very easy for you to copy and paste type of thing. So first, just know that I know some things because I've done a lot of this outreach, and I know it because I have done a lot of reps. So my intuition is something that I cannot really teach. I'll try my best to put it into words, but I want you to know that when you do enough reps of this, you will build an intuition, and you'll be able to look at an account and be able to tell that if that account is good for your business, like if that person is a good prospect or not. So uh, I'm going to search for anabolics bodybuilding. And I want to search because I like to just be a little bit more specific with what I search, so that I can find the accounts that are not touched by other people, because these creators are getting a lot of messages, and I just want to be a little bit different, you know. Um, and when I do search something, I want to you get 5 results in the search, but I want to make sure that the first account I click is um, the account that I start with is very it's a real human being. That's like, I don't think this is a real human being, and honestly, it all really depends on what you search, like what you search. In this case, we searched for anabolics bodybuilding. So um, this is basically that's why it's kind of showing us the bodybuilding accounts, but we want coach, because that's basically what our um, you know ideal client is. So now as you can see, it is a coach. So I'm going to open all the human accounts that I see, and I so before I actually look at their accounts, I am hoping that they at least have like 30 to 100,000 followers, so that I don't have to come back here to the search screen and find a different keyword that gives me those accounts that do have 30 to 100,000 followers. So the moment of truth, the big truth. Let's see. Okay, that's a bummer. So I'm gonna get rid of this. This uh, pretty bad, but we might be able to do something with it, and I'm going to show you what. So I'm going to keep it in the tabs for now, and this is pretty good. So I mean, it's not that great, but it is pretty good. So I'm going to keep these accounts in the tab, and I'll show you why. And it's for the only reason, because this guy is like, if we don't look at this number, which is the 10K is not bad. Like, we can work with it, but it's not like the best, you know. We want like 30K at least. So if we look at this number, or if we actually don't look at this number, and only look at the rest of his account, it is pretty good. Now the keywords is what we're looking at. He's got a coach, anabolic, CTAs and links and everything. So now the Instagram knows what if we are interested. If Samantha is interested in anabolic gorilla, she might also be interested in these accounts. And the whole point of opening this particular account, Dan, was to be able to go to these accounts. Okay. Now, I can now close this because I have kind of found these clients. These blue ticks, the blue check marks. That's the sign. Like that's music to my ears because if opening this account is suggesting me those blue check mark accounts, I like it because then I don't have to, go back to search and search for a different way to find anabolic coaches or even just more of them so that I can get similar accounts. The similar account is where what we're trying to trying to make our way to so that we can outreach to the similar accounts even though we this guy is not really I don't really want him to be my client. Well, no offense to anabolic gorilla, but like I don't want him to be my client because I might not be able to help him. And for different reasons because this account is private, so a lot of chances are that he is only like working with his personal clients and stuff. But anyways, not to get too much into the weeds, this is our goal. This is where we want to be. Now, as you can see, if you hover over it, it's got 25,000. I'm going to click on it, not because I already know that he is my perfect client, but because I know that his similar accounts, similar, so that Instagram suggests from his profile might be our um, ideal clients. So if 10,000 account that we opened for Gorilla Guy gave us similar account that has 25,000 and is only, like in his blissful look, we might be able to find an account that's 50,000 and stuff like that. And so I'm going to open like 83,000. That's good. You see, that's pretty good. Um, I'm not gonna mess with 4.8 million guy because like they never reply and they're not that desperate for clients or money, honestly. Not gonna worry about Willow Smith, but you notice that this is not giving me anabolic coaches. This is just bodybuilders, and because right now I'm in Mexico, it is suggesting me Mexican people. Mexican accounts that are probably closer to my geographic location, which I don't really like that. Okay. So I want some people from America, so which is why I like this account, Jack Landon. Um, I want people who have active clients, who are selling things already, and who would like to kind of accelerate their, you know, journey or revenue. But honestly, these fitness people, they're making a lot of money if they're doing it right. This one guy that I had that I was working with, he only had 30,000 followers, but he was making like $50,000. It was wild, and I think the reason why he was making that much money because he had a lot of business experience. So he had been a CEO of a really big company that I don't remember what it was, um, and he was an anabolics coach. So yeah, he was making a lot of money. What I'm trying to say is, if done right, you can make a lot of money with only 30,000 followers, and honestly, it's pretty good. So this guy is 18 years old. He's got a bunch of, things that he's selling, but not really. Like it's all, like he's got affiliates. So I want to see what his content looks like, just for the hell of it, because I already know if this guy's a good fit or not. Um, but because I'm showing it to you, I want to see his content and tell you like what makes me say that he's a good find or not. The thing that I like, it seems like he's in America, which I like, and he's got a lot of content, so he's consistent with it. I'll just hover over some of these things and see the level of engagement it has. Lots of likes, lots of comments. Comments is gold. We love that because that allows you to be able to, understand what your audience is talking about, their what their questions are, and what their pain points are and stuff like that. What kind of feedback we're getting. And so yeah, the next step is to follow it, follow him, because one, so there, here are the things that I look for. Okay, ideally, like he's got his commissioned Cal AI. I don't, it's okay, but like it's not the best. Um, he's got a lot of affiliates. Okay, I guess I tracked. Sorry. So how do we know that he's a good client? Is that 83,000 followers, really good amount. That's what that tells me that he has been growing, but he hasn't like gone super viral yet. There's potential. Um, Another thing, he's young, probably doesn't have a lot of business experience, and maybe he does. I don't know yet. Um, and he is not selling any coaching. Okay, and the coaching is what we build, right? We build coaching programs that are high ticket so that he gets paid um, $30,000 by just serving 10 clients, so that he doesn't have to do like one-on-one too many times, or he doesn't have to do like nutrition consults. He just helps 10 clients and he makes his money and then gives everything away for free. And he builds more personal brand, which is why he's a good fit, because he isn't selling too much. He isn't going overboard with selling. And one thing I really hate about the way some creators that I have worked with in the past and I've seen and I have dropped just because of the single fact, because they cannot stop selling. And I cannot emphasize it more, that you need to stop selling all the freaking times so that you can actually sell the thing that actually brings more money to less people, instead of chasing everybody and being everyone for every single body, and then making like $700 a month. I'm sorry, but that's not going to help. So one of the things that if you have any clients, or when you do get clients using this method, you need to tell your people that, hey, do not sell. Stop selling until we launch this high ticket program. And if we do launch and it fails, you can do whatever the hell you want. But do not sell anything, not even a single CTA. I don't want to see anything on your profile. It would be so hard to get them to do that. But when you actually do it and just deliver value for 1 month, you will knock it out of the park. And I can well, I can't promise you that, but I know for sure because it's worked for me. It's worked for me and it might work for you. And, but yeah, use this information just for education and stuff. Um, but yeah, I'll tell you that it's worked really well for me multiple times. All right. So the message. I'm gonna write it out for you because I don't really want to go to the Instagram accounts again, and I don't want to stop the. Okay, I'm still sharing. That's good to know. I don't want to stop the screen share. All right, so I want to say hi, Logan. Hi, name. Really loving, love your work. So the reason why I'm writing work instead of like a specific message, although you should, if you can, have a very personalized message in the first couple of lines, so that you get the most attention. Because when Logan gets a notification, he sees the first few lines and sees if, and that's the only thing that kind of we have a shot at, and making it resonate with him so that he opens it and replies if he wants to. So the first three lines, as we see in the notification preview type thing, is where you get the person to click on and open your message, and the rest of the message is where you give them social proof, what you've done, um, your offer, and then the conclude, the ending part of the message. And so the first part of the message gives you the ability to get them to open and be intrigued. And then the ending, or the last 70% of the message, is where you do the warm up, which makes them want to reply. Okay, so the first part makes them want to open. The last part, which is the most majority of the part of the message, makes them want to reply and be more curious. Okay, really love your work with fitness, or I can even say with your fitness journey, and really respect. I want to say really respect your work, because men want to be respected, and especially when a pretty woman is messaging, you know, really respect. And I like to do these silly little your message needs to sound like, oh, the Samantha was actually just watching my content and she just texted. It's not like, I don't want it to sound like a pitch. I want it to sound like, oh, she was laying in her couch and she stumbled upon my reel and she messaged me. Nothing too fancy, nothing too crazy. So really respect. So that's why I say 3 L's instead of two. I don't want to be too perfect, because imperfect is human. With your fitness journey, and can and I can see how you inspire thousands of people. Love it. I wanna We build high ticket programs. We build and launch high ticket programs for creators like yourself, and scale them to we did that for Sarah, 70 71K followers. So by the way, this is the real case study, and if you don't have it, um, you would say something like, if you don't have any client, let me finish this mention and also show you what you would say if you don't have a client. We did exactly that for Sarah, and generated, and or how about we say, we recently did a 30 33K launch for Sarah. and with your and with an audience like yours, I feel confident that we can knock it out the park. Something really, simple, something that's casual also. Like, ChatGPT wouldn't write a script like this, yet scripts like this, well, got me 5 clients, right? Um, I don't like ChatGPT scripts actually, because they're just very sleazy and salesy. And if you tell it to not make it salesy, it's just like stupid, weird, and people can tell. Like, yeah, it's just like beta, like, like it's not powerful. It's not authentic. Like, if we knock it out the park, um, you probably get lots of messages. But if you see this, I would love to show you the entire process, even a one. If this resonates with you, one word reply would totally make my day. All right. So as you can see, this is very, very simple. This is very um, casual. And now, because we have so many fitness people open, they they want respect for all the hard work they've done on their bodies and on their accounts. So we appreciated that. That was the first part, and that's hopefully gonna um, get their attention and get them to open. And especially when on their notifications they say Samantha is trying to message them with a lot of respect and love, I think they'll open it. Um, and then that's your pitch. It's like a soft, subtle pitch. It's not like, hey, buy this, or it's not like in your face. Um, so yeah, we and then we gave them a little bit of social proof that we've actually done what we're talking about before for 71K followers, and they have more followers than that. So he's going to assume that he's going to make more money. And honestly, I genuinely feel, as I'm writing this message, I genuinely feel that we can actually help him more. Um, so I'm going to send this message, but before that, I'm going to copy this message so that I can send it to other people as well with a little bit of modification. And like I promised, I will show you what message you would send to um, to your creators who don't like for if you don't have any social proof, if you cannot say that, hey, we've done the same thing with Sarah, then you would basically say, hi, Lucas. Really appreciate we build and launch high ticket programs for creators like yourself. Um, you would take this part out and you would say, well, in my because I have a little bit of experience, you want to say 2 to 4K per pop. That that really shows what that you know your stuff, that you know like you know what you're gonna do, and you have some sort of idea when you give them numbers. I feel that we could knock it out of the park. Um, Probably do 25K launch. Yeah. So now this gives him number and kind of an idea of what we're gonna sell and what's in it for him, what he can expect. Okay. So I'm gonna send this. And for people who, if you ever watch this video, um, if you don't have any clients, you can just you could just copy this message and add a little bit of tweak because you're going to want to, because um, you can't have everybody sending the same message and then it's just not going to show up in their profile and it's just going to be spammed. So you don't want that. So you can save this message and yeah, have fun. All right. Now that we've kind of got the scripts part covered, I want to show you the system. Like, how can you do it? Um, how can you do it on like scale it a little bit? Like as you can see, this guy's selling more. So basically, what we're gonna do, I'm just gonna do my thing, the thing that I do, and you could just watch and we could chat. If you have any questions, you can drop them in the comments. So as you can see, what I'm doing is I'm just copying and pasting it. But there are things that you're gonna want to know when you do that. So as you can see, a lot of these guys are like South. I don't know what that flag is. Maybe Germany. I don't know. Um, Sandro. Like I ideally like to message North American guys, but I don't know. Like it really depends. He could have a really big, like part of big part of his audience can be from America too, and he's like you want to message as much as you possibly can because you're already here. You already have his account open, and he seems like a good creator, and he is selling stuff, which is good. And I, if you're wondering, well, you're probably not wondering why I opened this story. Not because I want to spend time here and watch his stuff. I really just want to, um, you know, like increase the likelihood of him seeing my message. Whether he replies or not, that's not something we can control. So I'm just gonna say, can't wait to chat and heart his story. I wonder if it sent it. No, it didn't. My typing sucks, but sometimes we're good. Okay, now sent. Yeah. So these creators, believe me or not, well, I can say that because I have access. I have literally access to creators' accounts. Um, they look at the messages. I'll tell you that for sure. And they like the validation. We're human and we like the validation. So if you reply to his story, which he is tracking, and I can promise you he is, because I know and I've worked with a lot of creators and they like to look at their messages, especially when they're like in this sweet spot of followers. Um, and yeah, so if he looks at it, he will read this. And if it does resonate with him, he will reply. Now we have Landon. Okay, this guy's Chicago, North America. I like that. A lot of content, lots of likes, lots of comments. He does have like some sort of coaching, but I truly believe that we can do better. So I'm gonna message him, Landon. Maybe even get rid of this space so you can see. Okay, I I like this message a lot because like I was trying to read it and I was thinking maybe I could change something about it, but honestly, I would keep it the way it is because as you can see, it has gotten me some replies, and that's just the game we're playing, honestly. Um, as you can see, I got some reply here. That's just the game we're playing. We're not playing the game of, oh, he when they do reply, we want to be sure that they're gonna buy. No, we're doing prospecting, and that's just how it works. And if you are like somebody who gets like sad or offended um, when somebody replies like with a no, not interested, or mean thing, then you're just gonna have to learn to embrace that too, because that is the um, part of the process. Um, yeah, like his content, good stuff. Damn, this guy's huge. Anyways, so as you can see here, what I'm trying to do is not that you're really trying to spend time with me that much, but what I am doing is basically I opened, so in the first, it all started from here, as you can see. And then I opened one account that had 10,000 followers. And then in the suggested followers, I had all these accounts that I'm messaging. Okay. Now, when you do get to the end of it, maybe your last account isn't that great. So the account that you really like from the ones that you are messaging, that is how you find more accounts. So I really like Landon's account. I like how, his content, it seems very authentic. So I want to just click on this button and see similar accounts, which will then help me, you know, um, to be never be out of people that I can message. Okay. Now, one thing you want to keep in mind is that you only do 30 max 35 messages per account, which if you do like actually do 5 accounts um, a day, that's pretty good. If you do like 5 accounts a day, that's 150 messages. That's your 150 shots at the goal or at the mark. And I kind of like it. I like batting. Whichever sports I play, I really like batting. And I think of this as batting. So, like, I played a lot of cricket and I really loved batting. um, because I really like hitting that ball as fast and as hard as I can and with the technique. And then last summer I got into, well, not last summer, but actually this summer, right? Because summer's over, but this previous summer, a few months ago, I got into baseball, the slow pitch, and that was really fun. Like I sucked at the first couple of matches because I really didn't know what I was doing because it was first time playing baseball. Before that, I'd only played cricket, and I tell you that the batting was fun. It was one of the funnest things during the whole summer that I remember right in this moment. Maybe the next moment it will be different. But anyways, I love batting, and this is how I see it. It's more shots at your goal. Um, sorry, it's more shots at the goal. So basically, you're taking more shots, and that's how the likelihood of you hitting some home run, if you will, or a sixer in cricket becomes high. And a lot of people get stuck at this because they don't take enough shots. So I'm okay to send 100, 150 messages a day. And even I was sending 250 messages a day because I was doing 50 messages per account before, I decided to lower it a little bit down so that my accounts still get banned and stuff. Um, because I would really hate to lose these accounts because they have previous messages, they have follow-ups, stuff like that. But yeah, if you gain the value from this, this is your system. And if you keep on doing this with the script I gave you, maybe change it a little bit, put your pizzazz to it, because they don't want to see the same script everywhere. And yeah, I would really like you to try it because this is what worked for me, and I think it will work for you too if you do it enough number of times. And make sure when you know your accounts are new, you warm them up. So the first few days you do only 10 messages per account. Um, and then you do 20 messages the next week, and then you slowly ramp it up to 30 messages a week. So that I don't want your accounts to get blocked. And post. Make sure you post, even if it's the same picture in all the accounts. At least it's something. Makes you real human. These are the pictures that I've taken. Like, this is me and my girlfriend just having a coffee, or maybe I don't know. Maybe it's a downloaded picture, but like it looks very similar to. I don't remember. It's been a while. Um, and this is my van. This is when I used to live in the van, and really love that time. As you can see, I had the whole setup. Like I would sleep here, and the part you can't see here above is the sink. So like the kitchen stuff. I would work here, create content that I never posted. It was fun. It was really fun. But anyways, I think yeah, do this multiple numbers of times. Have fun with it. Say stupid things. Say weird things to people. Hopefully, probably not mean, but like give people love. like show them appreciation. And it's okay if you send only 100 instead of 150 messages because you were trying to personalize each message so that took you longer. It's okay. And honestly, if it did take you longer, you should still be able to send 150 messages, at least 30 messages a count. Like if you look at it, it's not that many per account. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Like I said, we have about 20 tabs open, and you only have to open these tabs twice each account, and that's pretty good. Um, I would even suggest using an incognito tab. I don't know why, but I don't. Yeah, maybe want to give it a try so that Instagram thinks that it's a different browser or whatever. I don't know how this works, but like I would try it just to protect my accounts. But yeah, hopefully you got value, my friends. I will see you in the next outreach session because I've got a lot of stuff to share with you. And yeah, and yeah, I mean, if you have a question, just you know where to find me. I'll be in the comments. And yeah, let's get those clients. Ending the stream.